gonna keep it low now. If you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe.
Hey dolls, welcome back and thanks so much for spending part of your day with me. I know, it's been a long time. Yes, I am back. I have a new video for you guys and I'm so excited to share it with you. I really hope you stick around for a good time and a long time, because if you've been around for a while, you know I am both. In today's video, I have some brand new summer DIYs for you. I really hope you do enjoy them. I actually did not intend to be gone this long, and apologies for the fan noise. It's hot in my shed. I still don't have central air, but we're working on it. I got heat for the summer. But anyways, I do apologize for the long, unexpected hiatus. My life is just all over the place. If you want to know more, leave me some questions down below in the comments and I will do another video if y'all want that. Just an update where I've been, what I've been doing. I'll share some clips and whatnot, but if you really want to know in real time everything that I've been up to, go ahead and check me out on Instagram and Facebook. Amber Michawn is my name, and there you will get all kind of real life updates and real time updates really about what I've been going, you know, what I've had going on, not going through, because life is good, but 3 kids is a lot. 0 out of 10, do not recommend. Just kidding. Anyways, I do hope you guys do enjoy this video. It is part of a collaboration with some of my friends here on YouTube, so make sure you stick around for that information and check out the link in my description box below, as well as pinned to the comments. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with some DIYs from DIY with Amber. Oh my gosh. Okay, so for my first DIY, I'm taking this like wood plank and this beach vibes only sign. I actually took this off of another sign. This wood plank, I think it actually came in like a case of like a shelving unit or something, and I always keep like scrap pieces like this. So I decided to go ahead and paint it with my Snow White Waverly chalk paint. I still have Waverly chalk paint at my local Walmart, so that's what I use. And then I'm taking 2 of these half wooden beads. I think they're 20 mm size, and then I'm going to paint them white. But then of course, in my, you know, love of farmhouse chic style, I'm going to distress everything. And so yeah, so I basically give everything about 2 really good coats. And I've also found for me that it's easier to tape these pieces that I need to get tacked down on some painter's tape. Helps for me. I know other people use like some gloves so that way they don't get paint all over their fingers. I don't really care about that, but yeah. And then so for the beach vibes only sign, it's like a metallic face. I sand it down some so that it can be a little bit rough, so that way my paint will stick on it. And I kind of test it out where I go back and forth with my sanding block and make sure that the paint stays on there, and I just keep going back and forth until my eyes are happy with the look of it. And then I'm going to take some antique wax paint and then use a like stippling brush and then just kind of distress all around the edges and the sides and on the face of it. Just, you know, if you've been around for a while, I know I've been gone for a while, I just continue to do this until my eyes are happy with the look of it. And then I just take that same brush that has the residue of that paint on it and take that to my half wooden beads. The next thing I do, I actually have this like ink pad. I forget what the color of it is, but I decided to put that on my metallic piece to hopefully, or hoping that it sticks better than the antique wax. And it actually does. It does a little bit better of a job. I do have to let it sit for a moment to dry, because I can touch it with my finger and it'll kind of come off. But as long as I let it dry, it's fine. So then after that, I'm going to take my half wooden beads and I'm going to hot glue them to the metallic sign on both edges. I just think it gives it a nice decorative touch. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hot glue that right in the center of my sign. Funny thing I did first with this DIY, I actually tried to paint the shapes that I'm going to put on here. So it didn't work out the way that I wanted to. I guess I'm not the best artist and I can't really draw. In my brain, in my mind, I can do it, but when I put, you know, pen in the hand, it doesn't work. So I cut out these stencils from my Cricut Explore 3, and I'm just using all Cricut material. So Cricut stencil, Cricut transfer tape, and then I just kind of placing those in the way that I want. I have a sun, a half a sun, 1 umbrella, and 2 palm trees. The palm trees I actually had to cut down on the sides. I think I No, I definitely measured it because I thought it was just gonna. I thought I would only have to cut off a couple of the stem, like the leaves, but it was a little bit more than that. So I just kind of had to finagle around the parts of the sign that were already, there. But it actually turned out really nice. I really like the way that it looks. So this is what my stencils all look like. These are the colors I'm using. Think Fern from Home Decor, Waverly Chalk Paint and Dusk, and then a brown and a yellow from Apple Barrel. And so then I take my little stipple brushes that I have. I actually got these on Amazon. They're actually called cotton swabs on a stick or something like that. And so they have been great for like stencil stippling, and I just really like it. I've had these for probably 3 years, and I still have a good about a year left of use in them. And they were less than $10. So anyways, once I paint everything the color that I want, of course the trees are going to be green, the palm trees green, and then the bottom of them, what am I trying to say? It's not a root. What girl? Amber. Oh my gosh, I've been gone too long. The base of the tree is brown, and then the sun is yellow, and then the umbrella, I wanted it blue, but I didn't want it a bright blue, so I used my crystal chalk paint color actually. And then that's what this turned out to look. It's so cute. I really like it, really fun, but it has like this fun summer farmhouse chic kind of like style that I love.
Ain't gonna keep it low. Now, if you wanna go, let's go. Let's wrap it up and hit the road. I just got an awesome vibe. Striking the winner post now. Liberty's on my mind. We've taken off with
All right, we're going to take a second here. I'm going to tell you about this summer collab that I am a part of with some of my YouTube friends. I usually collab with these ladies once a month, and we have since all just kind of taken off here and there, but we're back at it in the summer with some DIYs. We'll be back next month with another DIY video, Christmas in July video, so I hope you stick around for that. But check out all of these ladies' channels. Liana DIY is our host. She always puts on some great video ideas and themes for us. And then our two co-hosts is A Perfect Place to Start and Rustic and Lace DIY. Really hope you guys do enjoy these videos and get some good inspiration. So go ahead and make sure you go watch their videos after you watch mine. Tell them I said hi. And if you're from the playlist, hey, welcome. Thanks so much for joining me. If you do enjoy this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up and go ahead and hit that follow button because it doesn't cost anything, and I promise I am a fun time. All right, let's get back to the DIYs. Next up, I have this Market Fresh produce sign. I actually got this from Hobby Lobby years ago. It just was a couple dollars. It was on clearance. It probably was less than that. Anyways, I actually got this new sander that I am using. And when I tell you it had me shaking like a tail feather because it is so strong, yeah, it was fun to use. But anyways, I sanded off the front of the sign. I am typically one that will cover all of my signs with like brown craft paper and use the back of them. But I wanted to try it on this one. And I love it. I used my Waverly Chalk Paint and Snow White to paint the face of this completely white. I gave it 2 good coats. And then I have this Sweet Lemon Grove like Chalk Couture transfer. I'm pretty sure it's from Chalk Couture. I get a lot of these actually from Amazon, but I'm pretty sure this one is from Chalk Couture. I'm only going to use the top half of this stencil that says Sweet Lemon with the actual lemon. And then I just stencil that with some green and some yellow. I mixed a little bit of the yellow with some white to make my words a little bit lighter than my actual lemon. And then I just pull that up before it's dry. I let it dry completely. And then I realized I wanted a little bit more details on this. So I took the back of a small paintbrush and I took my fern colored chalk paint to like a darker green color, and then just made some little polka dots all around it. And I think it turned out really great, super adorable, and just what this needed. It was the perfect touch.
you gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret.
The next DIY, I am taking a few of these calendars from Dollar Tree. As you can see, I have 2023 and 2024 here. I have not used these in such a long time, but remember when we were at a frenzy during this time, like 2021 onward, trying to get these calendars, and they were just like sold out. I have so many of them, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use what I have. I have this wood block from the Dollar Tree, it's the craft section, and then I have another like stencil. It's like a frame, like you could put a frame of a sign. So I'm going to use that. It's kind of a, you know, unconventional DIY that I'm going to do, but I really like how it turned out. My mom really likes it, so I'll probably mail it over to her. So I'm just going to use the back side of these calendars and use the small squared signs that are on there. I just picked out 4 that I like that I thought went with the theme of this DIY, but stuck into my farmhouse love. And so then I just kind of cut everything down to size, placed it on the block to see where I wanted it, and then I painted my block white, same Waverly chalk paint in Snow White. And then I also did that to the frame for this sign as well. I then took my antique wax color and a chippy brush and then just distressed the edges of this sign, this block sign. And I also did that with the frame as well a little bit later. Then I placed all of my pieces of paper onto there to make sure it was where I wanted it. And I just used my Elmer's glue stick and I just glued everything on there. I think hot glue would have worked, but it would have, you know, once hot glue dries, it kind of dries into the shape or the form that it is. And I didn't want it to be beady around. I just kind of wanted it to be a nice, flat, smooth surface. So I did that, and then I took some Mod Podge and went over the top of it just to get it to be a little bit more secure. And then I let it dry overnight. So after I was done with all of the distressing and the painting and everything like that, I then went ahead and took my sanding block and just kind of distressed it a little bit more. The pages were a little bit too shiny for me, mainly because of the Mod Podge, but also they were just so new and I wanted it to look weathered and everything like that. So that's what I did. And then after that, I just hot glued the frame onto the inner edge of it. And I think it turned out really, really cute. Now to hang this up, because you can't stand it up because it's uneven, the weight is kind of off. I did have to put a hanger on it. So, but first I noticed that the natural wood color, it wasn't working for me. So I just took my antique wax color and just painted all 4 edges of the block sign as well, just to give it a more uniform look. Then I took some jute twine and tied a knot on both ends and then hot glued those down to the back. For more security, you can also cut down a popsicle stick and put it on the back as well. That was done, and this DIY is complete. I really like how it turned out. Super cute, super simple to do, and just a nice addition to your decor. For my next DIY, I am taking 3 of these MDF mason jar signs from the Dollar Tree, along with my Snow White paint color from Waverly and antique wax. This one was pretty fun, especially because Phoebe wanted to do it with me. So all I'm doing is just taking everything off of the mason jars, and Phoebe wanted to help so much, I let her do this little transition. But I covered them all with brown craft paper on the front, and this is how I did it. I just took some brown craft paper, hot glued it to the front side, made the back the front now, cut that paper down to size, sanded it down with my finger sander so it was smooth to the surface, and then I used my hot glue gun to remove the tag on the back of it. But look at little Phoebe hands, you know, she wanted to help, so I let her. Anytime I'm in my crafting shed and, you know, not working like for work, but just crafting for work, she is like, let me help now, and she's all for it. And I love her for that. So I'm going to let her do what she want to do. If she want to learn it, I'm going to teach it to that baby girl. Okay. So after she did her one, that didn't stop. Okay. So I sanded everything down. So she wanted to paint now because she loves painting. So I let her paint one. And then of course I helped her smooth out the white paint on the front of the mason jars now as well. After the painting, she was done though, and I honestly stopped until the next day. I then went to my Cricut Explorer 3 and cut out some more stencils, some lemons, peaches, and some strawberries, and then just put that onto the face of each of these mason jar signs, and then stenciled it with the appropriate color for them. So for my lemons, I did yellow and green. For my peaches, I did green and like peach, but I had to mix my orange and my like kind of cream color to get the right color that I wanted. I didn't want like a pumpkin green color. pumpkin-y green, like a pumpkin-y orange color. So that's what I did for that. And then for my strawberries, I just did red and green, and then they had some little you know, stars on there, so I did that orange just to kind of tie it in with everything else.
You gotta understand that we get one chance, one chance. You will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna try.
And then I realized that my strawberries didn't have the look of the seeds, so I just took the back of a small paintbrush, dipped it in some black paint, and created my own little seeds on there, and I think it turned it out perfect. It was really good. I think it was user error though with my stenciling, so yeah, whatever, it is what it is. Then I am going to go ahead and distress this because that's what I love to do. That's the look that I love. So I went ahead and took my finger sander and sanded down some of the paint and just lightly sanded down the face of each of these mason jar signs. And then I also used my chippy brush and some antique wax color. I did not do a heavy hand on this. It was very, very light, so you can see the difference between my peaches and my strawberries. The peach one definitely is brighter. It's definitely got that more like just classic summery look, but I love a farmhouse summer. So I mean, I don't want a farm, but you know, I'm country enough to where I live country enough to where it fits right in. There's a farm next door. Anyways, this is what the difference is, but I love the distress look. So then I take my peach mason jar sign because it looks the best out of the three. My lemon, it has a mistake on it, and then my strawberry one, it has just like this void space on the side. So it was actually pretty perfect for me to put the peach one on the front. I just hot glued where I needed to hot glue and then attached it to the front, and now it stands on its own. And I think it's so cute. It's so adorable. I love all these DIYs, and I really hope you did too.
One chance, you will never regret the things that we'll do. 'Cause I wanna drive through the summer night. And when we are old and gray, we'll look back at this summer night. The summer night, the summer night.
Alright dolls, that's all I have for you today. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you give me a big thumbs up. It definitely helps out my channel now that I'm getting back in the swing of things. Tell me what you enjoyed in the comments down below. If you're from the playlist again, hello, welcome. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you're following me on all of my other social media channels, Instagram, Threads, Facebook. But yeah, let's have a good time. Yeah, and please give me some questions down below for my update video if you guys want to know a little bit about more of where I've been, what I've been doing, what's been going on, all that. I love y'all. Thank y'all for sticking around with me and being patient with me. I have seen all of your emails and your DMs and your messages about how much you miss me and you wish that you could see my DIY videos. So yeah, just thank you for sticking with me. I really appreciate you guys all so much. You have no idea. But all right, that's all I have today. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.